Those beeps are among the most familiar sounds in the world of animated cartoons. They first echoed off movie screens in 1949. The legendary animator Chuck Jones turned out 27 before the plug was pulled some years ago. But now, the Roadrunner, Wile E. Coyote, and his armament supplier, the Acme Corporation, are back in the big screen cartoon business.
Bloop, and a little cloud of dust way down there. Yeah, that's very nice.
After 31 years of hibernation, Warner Brothers has contracted with Jones to again make cartoons for movie houses. And Chariots of Fur, running on the same bill as the feature Richie Rich, has led the way. To follow up, Jones is bringing 3 other old stars out of big screen retirement: Bugs Bunny, Michigan J. Frog, and Daffy Duck. Here a sequence for the latter being worked on by Jones and writer Don Ariely.
He would sing it like, "We're in the money, ta-ta-ta money."
Yeah.
Come on, money, 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 money. You know, that's all the words that he would use.
Those are important words, yeah.
Chuck Jones went to work for Leon Schlesinger in the mid-1930s. It was Schlesinger who supplied Warner Brothers with their landmark cartoons, with an animator stable that included Tex Avery, Friz Freleng, Bob Clampett, Frank Tashlin, Bob McKimson, and of course Chuck Jones. Where they worked was called Termite Terrace, but as Jones showed me, it's gone now. It's a parking lot. But out of here once came Bugs Bunny, Porky Pig, Daffy Duck, and the creative characters under the umbrella of Merry Melodies and Looney Tunes.
Nobody really understood what we were doing, but we had a lot of fun. And things that happened, they were very cartoony. I mean, the buildings at one time were all gray. It was very dull gray. And one time the Warners were making a feature about prisons, and they couldn't find a prison anyplace, and somebody suddenly pointed out the damn place looked like a prison. So they put bars on all the windows, and they shot the picture.
Now, it's not as if Chuck Jones has been in animation limbo for the last couple of decades. In 1974, an unknown young director used a bit of the Coyote and Roadrunner in his first theatrical feature with actors Goldie Hawn and William Atherton. Steven Spielberg says it lent the Sugarland Express its most poignant moment. 3 years later, Spielberg turned to Jones again when Duck Dodgers in the 24th and a half century turned up in Close Encounters of the Third Kind, a visual counterpoint to Richard Dreyfuss moving toward his alien encounter. More recently, Jones provided an animated sequence of RoboCat for the feature Stay Tuned, starring John Ritter. And another animated sequence for the opening scene of Mrs. Doubtfire with Robin Williams.
Oh, I will not do this. I cannot. Oh, what a foul way for a bird to die.
But Jones has also found a whole new career in the Chuck Jones Galleries. Now, he really doesn't sit in the window to draw. I just thought this looked visually interesting. Because while the Warner Brothers cartoon negatives were preserved, most of the original cell art was destroyed. So Jones, now at age 82, spends part of his time redrawing the satire and slapstick of the classic cells and creating new ones which cost hundreds, even thousands of dollars. Other animators' works are for sale as well in a business conceived and run by his daughter Linda.
And she had this real desire, which was selfless, and that was that she felt that it made her happy to have the cells around. It would make other people happy to have the cells around. So she said, "Hey," and I said, "Hey," and that mutual "hey" was out of that grew this whole thing.
It has been over 60 years since Chuck Jones first sat at an animator's desk, years that included that long stint with Warner Brothers, where the name of Jones was as essential to the studio mystique as Bogart, Davis, and Cagney. 33 years after they stopped making cartoons, Warners have given Jones the green light on new ones.
Animation drawings are indeed pieces of life. That's what they are. And it doesn't take me to prove the point. I mean, Noah Webster in the dictionary says animation to invoke life. I wasn't sure I could do one, and I don't think the presidents of this company were. That's why they wanted me to do one before they bought more of them, because they weren't sure that at 80 years old I could do what I did when I was 50. So here I am.
Hello, my baby. Hello, my honey. Hello, my ragtime gal.
And here I am, says Michigan J. Frog, another Chuck Jones cartoon creation. The star of 1955's One Froggy Evening is about to get new life as the upstart frog with an attitude, the symbol of the fledgling Warner Brothers television network. Its 2 hours of comedy programming debuts nationwide tomorrow night. For today, Jim Brown, NBC News, Hollywood.